So here we are, episode number 2, and this episode will be dedicated to audio delivering. Let's talk only about the sound because I have just one exam for you, examination, so you can just a challenge, take part in it, so you can just take your phone. By the way, the main and very useful app will be a voice recording. You record yourself anyway, anyhow that you want, and just hear how good is your sound. Is it very professional one, or it's just like a routine speaking? The main idea, our main idea and goal will be to transfer and to change your routine speaking style into a professional presenting style. How do we achieve this goal? Actually, being a TV presenter for the last 9 years, 9.5 actually, so that's what my passion was about. So I was thinking, I was working with all my students, with all my viewers, with all my passion. I was working with sound. How confident you will be. It's two different ways of delivering audio and visual. So my main example for you will be to let's say record a video and then watch that video without any sound. So mute that video and just watch it. How confident you are. Is your visual delivering on the same high level, or you want it to be better? Choose that option, the right answer for yourself, and then turn off the video, like turn off your video channel and just listen to that. Listen to your audio. Do you feel that energy? Like we can feel the difference, with the same person. So while watching your videos, we see your energy and everything like that. While hearing only your voice, like being a radio presenter, will hear something very, like discouraging or something like that. That's why we need to adjust your audio and visual delivery in order to achieve the goal that you set for yourself and that you promise to your audience. Because any audience has their own, its own expectations, and our main goal will be to meet that expectation. That's why we'll work on that. First thing, we should imagine like we are 5 minutes away of our presentation. What to do there? Still, before you enter the stage or turn off your live, you are at the first stage. So your stage is preparation stage. That's why even 5 minutes ago, before your presentation, so 5 minutes away of giving that greetings and hello and so on and so forth, what should be done? You are not just worrying, you are not just feeling anxiety about that. You start working. So what should be done there? The first thing, I recommend you to make a little warm up. If you're ready to repeat after me now, let's do that. Let's imagine that we are together 5 minutes away from your best and the most important presentation. What to do? First of all, be sure that you will give the strong visual delivery. That's why you need to work with your shoulders. That's the first thing. If you experience some fear before you enter the stage, or you feel less energetic, you are less energetic than you want to be, it's easy to get this energy if you make a little workout. Small workout will help you to do that. So that's the main point to start. Start using your shoulders, start warming up. Then your main tool will be your face, your mouth, your tongue, and your eyes. That's why we start working here, because our sound really depends on how good you are in articulation exercises, in diction, and everything like that. So if we talk about the components of audio delivering, we should mention intonation, articulation, diction, speech pace, pitch range, and maybe the breathing techniques. That's what is included in the audio delivery. That's why we have 6 points to work on during the preparation period. So let's do it together. Let's start as usual with our articulation. Few classes forward, next few classes, you'll meet the topic of how to make this warm up, how to make it as professional as you can, how to make it your everyday routine, but here we are 5 minutes away of our presentation. That's why we need to start thinking and worrying about how we will sound. That's why let's do it together. First, articulation exercise. It's a short version, you know, like not the full complex, but just the short one. My favorite is to think about your lips, your tongue, and your lower jaw simultaneously. That's why the best exercise to do just 5 minutes away from your presentation will be lips for a kiss, then your lips for a smile, cheeks maybe even better to say, and your jaw for surprising. That's why it will be kiss, smile, surprise, kiss, smile, surprise. Repeat that. And keep this this pace, make it faster and faster. That was just the first thing. But if you feel like it's less effective than other one, do another one. As for another one, we have just make it and workout, warm up it separately. Just the lips. We have the greatest exercise as a pipe. You push forward your lips and make circles. 10 times for one side and 10 times for another one. Main idea here is to keep your teeth together, like mouth closed, and keep the tension while you're pushing your lips forward. Don't forget about these specific conditions. Okay, that was just the first step. Second will be the jaw, and I can really advise you to connect with your lips. You push your lips forward, then you wrap your teeth and relax. I will remind you, we're working on the audial delivering. It's the main thing that you will start with. Visual and audial delivering comes even before the message. The message itself, it's like, what are you talking about? But the greetings, hello, your eyes, it's a visual and audial delivery, and that's why be sure that in 5 minutes you will be doing your best. So here we are with our jaw. So I recommend you to make the elevator exercise. Just to push it down as low as you can, as many times as you can, like this. It's like a workout. It's not a time for relaxation or something like that. So do with all your force. And for the tongue, I recommend you to make like a massage circles around your teeth, and that will be okay. That will be enough for providing this strong audial delivery and the sound. For that sound not to be hello and welcome here, for you to be able to send it forward there. Here, in a few classes, you'll hear from me that we should be focused on the bottom of the tongue, not here, but on the bottom. So while you will be making the circles, you'll definitely feel the tension there because your blood will be circling there. That's why that's all we need, the effect that we need for you to feel warm out there. If you do that, if you feel that, let's move forward. That was just the audial delivering, the check mark for articulation exercises. If you do that, okay, you need to do that every day actually, but once you are 5 minutes away, don't forget to repeat that, because if you will be frozen, that will not be a great foundation for the great effect and attitude to you. Next one is for diction. My main and best advice will be to repeat tongue twisters. Why I recommend you to do that? Because tongue twisters is the ridiculous phrases and texts which are really invented for you to work on different strange sounds. First thing, to work and activate your brain, the second thing, and the diction and speech pace, the third thing. My main and best recommendation is to work on the hardest tongue twisters for you. But my favorite one is how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Repeat that after me or choose yours and continue doing it because it's a great time for you to train. But I have one more advice. If you have your text prepared, which I do not recommend you to do, but still, if you have it in front of your eyes, keep reading it very fast and very well articulated, like in natural way, like, hello and welcome dear students, this class is like this. Once you do that, you feel like you are supercharged to charge your audience, to give them all the energy that you want and you feel to do. That was the check mark for audio delivering, called diction. So diction, articulation. Why I also like tongue twisters? Because I have a superpower of presenting. It is called intonation. So intonation is the way where you lead your text, where you lead and what do you want people to feel. Like if you want to encourage them, then you need to find the end of each sentence and make this information and this intonation and information go up. Like, can't even imagine what do we need to do to achieve our goals. Do that and you'll feel the results. So you do this before the dot, you go with a ascending intonation, like going up, rising intonation. Once we work with something serious and we want people to treat us as a very firm person, we can go down, like, this is what I wanted to convey today. This is what works for you every day. Do that and you'll definitely feel the difference. So once you want to state something very confident way, use that technique, like follow the intonation. That's why the next check mark will go for the intonation. And once you will be reading your own text, be sure that this text will be definitely for you, and you'll feel always confident about what you will be talking about. But still, I'm not a fan of texts. I mean, if you have only a plan, that will work. If you have the text word by word, it's too hard to memorize. It's too you will be limited by those texts. That's why my recommendation, but I will mention it further after we cover the delivering. So my main recommendation will be not to memorize texts, not to even have them. Once you have the text, once you have it like sentence by sentence, you will not be able to provide us with the freedom of your speech, with the improvisation. Don't worry, we still have practical assignments with teleprompter when I included improvisation for you while reading. But still, while reading, be sure that your sentences are short and you are free to intonate them any way that you like in order to activate different emotions in your audience. Let's take any phrase, I'll read it. When people aren't living their dreams, they often have limited belief systems. That was fallen intonation. Once I'm 5 minutes away from my presentation, I will connect all the dots. I will do articulation on that, I will do diction on that, and I will do intonation on that, just in a one sentence. Let's do it. When people aren't living their dreams, they often have limited belief systems. So see how it usually works once you see the sentence. So usually if we repeat something, it looks like this. When people aren't living their dreams, no, it won't work for you, because you are a presenter, not just the person who is concerned about the message. You are concerned about the delivery. That's why to become the public speaker of a high level, you need to become literally the different person. That's why let's make this shift right out there. When people aren't living their lives or their dreams, they often have limited belief systems. They believe that their current circumstances and surroundings are keeping them from achieving the things they want to do in life. So see, I have different speech pace, I have different intonation patterns. I go somewhere fall, down, fall intonation, and somewhere I use rising one. That's usually how it works. That's why when I have my preparation period, I have 2 more minutes. I'll be focused rather on that than on my anxiety or being overthinking about something. Do things, do real things, do real exercises that will give you the real results. Sounds like a toast, even not like a plan, it's a toast to you and to your results. So let's move forward. If we put a check mark for the intonation, and further I will give you later, I will give you all the techniques of how to do it like a pyramid, how to use 3-2-1 or 1-2-3 technique. Stay tuned. But now we are moving forward to the one more tool, or maybe one more checkpoint. So we covered articulation, we covered diction, we covered intonation. Now it's time to cover speech pace. What is that? For you just to know the parameters, different factors that influence our delivering system. So speech pace, it's the tempo, so the speed which you use to deliver your message, to talk actually. Many people, if I tell them in the advice of being different, speak somewhere faster, somewhere slower, what will they do? They will do this. They believe that their current circumstances, it's not the right option. If you want to change your speech pace, so make it higher or lower, means make it faster or slower, what do you need to do? You need to use pauses. Making pauses, and here you can put like one more checkpoint, making your like volume, speaking louder or more quiet. That's also the difference. When you speak slow, be loud. So make the difference. I'm not speaking like make the difference. I'm speaking make the difference. My word make and the difference will be the same as if I want to make it in a slow option as if I want to make them fast. Make the difference. Make the result. Show the result. Show the result. So this is the difference. While speaking slow, you just put pauses there. If you want to be fast and deliver something less important, be fast. So it means with a higher speech pace, but use it by avoiding making pauses. That's it. That's just a simple technique for you to know how to do that. So according to speech pace rules, we need to deliver and to switch speech pace from fast to slow. I mean, when you deliver the message, it shouldn't be very, very fast or too slow. What I recommend you to do, change it. So if you see the sentence of 8 words, make the sentence to be 2 or 3 phrases. Once you make a phrase, you tell a phrase, you don't make pauses there. But if you feel like this is the most important insight and information of your text, make it slower and louder. If it's less important, make it faster and more quiet. That will work definitely brilliant for you. That will make you an outstanding and attractive speaker. Those techniques are attention grabbers. That's why don't forget to use them all. That's why 5 minutes away, it's a good time for reminding all of that. So let's move forward. Checkpoints for intonation, checkpoints for speech pace. What do we have more for our audial delivering? Oh, that's my favorite. We have breathing. And the main advice from me to you will be to breathe with your diaphragmatic breathing. It's not so easy as it seems to be, because while in the real life we usually use upper breathing. So it means that when we make inhale, I make it to my chest. That's why my lungs are full of breathing, and this is the main hidden mistake of all people who are beginners. Once you start speaking, you start doing it on inhale, like hello, and you start there with the inhale. That gives your audience the feeling that you are nervous about that. And you start here. No, that's not an option. Forget about that. The option for you will be to start from exhale. Hello and welcome, dear audience. So I start exhaling, and only after 1 second of that, I start delivering the message, not before. That's why if you start on inhale, you usually face the barriers like this, and you usually will not be able to cover the full sentence on one inhale. That's why you will be stressing about that. That's why it will provide unnecessary, like extra feeling about you being nervous. We don't need that. So 5 minutes away, stop thinking about your anxieties, start thinking about your breathing and all of the other parameters for audio delivering, because audio delivering is something that really gives you an idea of being a professional speaker, being a professional presenter, and grabbing any audience and captivate them. That's what we need. And that's usually what we need to think about, all of that check marks, checkpoints. So I hope you created your own list, you create your own plan of doing that, because as you remember, each of you all have different goals. Like somebody wants to start a YouTube and be a rock star of a shopping industry, medicine, gym, or something like that. Some of you want to start an expert video delivery, and that's why you don't need any tricks of grabbing attention, like using props. By the way, we'll talk about that later. But still, you will be an attractive speaker if you follow the main goal and idea of your channel and your videos. But for that, we have our next episodes. Stay tuned for visual delivering in the next episode.